My name is Father Michael Boughton. I'm a member of the New England province of the Society of Jesus, and I've been a Jesuit since 1970. I grew up on Long Island in New York, about an hour outside of New York City. A small family, my mother and father, and my sister, who's 9 years younger than I am. My mother was a homemaker. My father worked for the city of New York as a custodian engineer in the public schools. I went to Catholic schools, grammar school, high school, and then went to Boston College because the sister who was my junior English teacher said, "That's the best school you got into, that's where you should go." In grammar school, lots of boys thought about being priests and lots of girls thought about being sisters. So my first thoughts about priesthood and religious life were pretty early on in grammar school, and certainly in high school too. I thought about being a priest, and being a religious order priest had an appeal to me. I thought the Franciscans seemed a very impressive group. I think in part because I thought I would look pretty cool in that brown robe. When I was in high school, our family had gotten a letter from the Jesuit Mission and Seminary Bureau in New York asking for contributions. Well, the letter just sat on the kitchen table for a while, and so I picked it up and read it and sent them $1. And so then they had my name on their mailing list, and they started sending me information about Jesuit missions and asking for donations once a month. Well, I was a high school kid. So finally I wrote this very nice letter to the Jesuit who was in charge of the Seminary and Mission Bureau saying, you know, I was only in high school, I couldn't send them money every month, but I would pray for them. Well, the guy at the other end clearly thought, I've got a fish on the line here. So he sent me back a very nice letter saying, please don't send us any money. But he sent along this vocation pamphlet that had pictures taken by the famous photographer Margaret Burke-White of Jesuits all around the world, missionaries and geologists and teachers and Jesuits doing all kinds of things, but always in very noble poses. Well, I can remember when I'd be studying, I would have that pamphlet tucked in between my books, and I'd pull it out and I'd look and I'd think, who are these guys? That was my first contact with the Society of Jesus. When I went to Boston College, that was the first time I actually met a live Jesuit. And some of the Jesuits I had in class and some who lived in the dormitory where I lived were they were very intelligent and very kind, very interested in us as students. They seemed to really have a very real spirituality. Their life with God seemed very important to them, and they were thinkers, they were cultured men. All of that appealed to me and made me begin to think about the Society of Jesus. Someone asked me once if I had it to do over again, would I join the Society of Jesus? And I thought, well, yeah, I mean, of course. I feel so blessed and lucky, fortunate, blessed to be a member of the Society. And I've received in it so much love and support, growth, a way of praying, a way of thinking, a way of serving, a way of relating. My name is Father Michael Boughton, and this is my vocation.